Hi everyone, my name is Brian Kirk. I'm a classical guitarist, and today I'll be talking about my right hand technique for playing fast scale passages. Before we get started, I just want to make sure we're on the same page as far as terminology. If you don't know already, guitarists like to assign each finger on their right hand a letter of the alphabet. The thumb is called P, the index finger is I, the middle finger is M, and the ring finger is A. So when I talk about the picking fingers on my right hand, I'll be using these letters. Okay, so there's been some talk in the classical guitar world the last few years about three-fingered scales. Guitarists like Ali Arango and Matt Palmer are proponents of playing scales using the right hand pattern AMI as opposed to the more conventional IM pattern, and it's easy to see why. First, you're distributing the responsibility among three fingers instead of two. Each finger individually is playing fewer notes, which means it's a lot easier on the muscles and tendons in your picking hand. Second, it's a motion a lot of fingerstyle guitarists are already familiar with. So if you've ever learned the Recuerdos de la Alhambra or Romanza, or really any piece that features tremolo, you've used this AMI motion before. Third, it theoretically raises your top speed. When using the IM pattern, it takes a bit of time after striking one note for the second finger to return to the ready position and pluck the next note. As I mentioned with the AMI pattern, you're distributing the responsibility among three fingers. That means one finger is, in theory, always at the ready position. The result is some pretty high top speeds. Check out Alexander Milovanov playing Villalobos' Etude No. 7 in a Guitar Salon International video from 2017. So you can really see how his right hand doesn't seem to be working very hard at all. If you want to see his full performance, the link is in the description. Now, I've delved into these three-fingered scales a bit, and for whatever reason, the AMI tremolo motion I'm familiar with didn't translate into playing scales for me. But after some playing around with it, I noticed that MIA actually came fairly naturally to me. It felt a little funny at first, but it has all the benefits of AMI that I mentioned before, except now the fingering patterns are centered around the middle finger instead of the ring finger. And for me, I have much better control over my middle finger than my ring finger. Let's take a simple G major scale, and for the sake of demonstration, I'll add one more note at the end of the scale. Now, most scale passages on the guitar are in groups of two notes, or groups of three notes per string. In this scale, I'm playing one initial note on the low E string, a group of three notes on the A string, a group of three notes on the D string, and a group of two notes on the G string. I found that if I have to play two notes on a string, I could use MI. And if I had to play three notes on a string, I would use MIA. This way I avoid some of the uncomfortable string crossing that comes from using the AMI motion when you're playing a descending scale. But when you're playing an ascending passage, you do have to contend with playing a note with the A finger followed by the M finger on the next string down. But because my middle finger is longer than my ring finger, I found this to be an easier motion to get comfortable with. So my fingering of this scale would be something like this. P, M, I, A, M, I, A, M, I. And descending, it would be very similar. M, I, M, I, A, M, I, A, P. Now, am I saying that everyone should be playing their scales with this MIA pattern? Of course not. People have been playing scales with IM, AMI, and even IA for as long as the guitar has been around, and they've gotten along just fine. But if you're looking for a way to increase your speed, lighten the strain on your right hand, or you just want another tool in your arsenal, give this MIA pattern a try. It might be your path toward playing fast, clean, and comfortable scale passages on the guitar. If you enjoyed this kind of content, let me know by leaving a comment or hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out telling me whether you'd like to see more tutorial videos like this. Thanks for watching.